Everyone, Ammo here taking a look at Into the Breach. Just wrote a review on Into the Breach. It's going to be an impressions video. Impressions because I feel like a video review is a more scripted process. This is just me playing the game, giving you an idea of the gameplay and my general impressions of the title without, really scripting. Came out, developed by Subset Games, the people behind FTL, a very beloved game. I personally enjoyed it a lot. Maybe not quite as much as other people. It's had like cult following. I never quite got that far into it, but I still really enjoyed it. And Into the Breach is a great follow-up. Released on February 27th for $15, available on Steam, and I'll just show you some gameplay. So, the world is threatened by these monsters called Vek, and you are time-traveling mecha monster fighters, which is a really awesome, cool premise. You have a bunch of pilots piloting giant robots, killing monsters just infinitely, and it's a really great, just a really fun premise. I'm going to play these hazardous mechs as one of these later squads. There's a variety of squads you play. The mechs all have their own weapons and playstyles, and there's some weapons you can find and you can equip onto the classes of mechs. There's different classes of mechs, of course. Then you can also get a random squad or even make your own squad. Now, what kind of achievements are for custom squad? 3 different mechs, same class, 3 flying mechs, 3 mechs of the same... 3 of the same mech. Didn't know you could just build 3 of the same mech. That's fun. And then a random squad, was it? Open 5 time pods, beat the game without spending your reputation, and raise grid defense to 30% or more. Interesting. A random squad might be fun, but for now I'm just going to play this new squad that I've unlocked. These achievements give you coins once you unlock the new mechs. And yeah, start game, normal mode, deploy. This squad is supposed to be a high damage squad, but it hurts itself. But when you kill Vek, you heal yourself. There's 4 different islands. It's a corporate world. It's 4 different islands, all run by different CEOs, and all have their different personalities. Which, yeah, it's fine. It's kind of just window dressing. Doesn't really affect the game too much, other than the fact that the environments are all pretty different. I'm gonna go to Archive because it's a museum island of old Earth, and it's really it's actually I think it's a pretty good island. I'll check what enemies there are though, because there's one enemy in particular I'm looking out for. Looks like he's not here, but it's the leader there. That kind of spider type enemy. He's brutal because those guys summon other enemies, and that is very hard to deal with. So I'm gonna go to Archive Incorporated because it's an museum island and it has sometimes old Earth technology that helps you out. So you shoot yourself back as well as the target and do 2 damage. Here's us deploying. Confirm. So here's our mechs deploying to save humanity here. The Vex, not the mechs. I just realized how similar that might sound. The Vex, they all move. They initiate their attacks. More Vex spawn from the ground. They're subterranean creatures, and then it's our turn, and it's our job to react to what they're doing and, well, kill them. Vek cannot swim. So if we get them, here's the environmental hazards. Land's going to turn to water. So I'm thinking is, but you jump and knock enemies back. Damaging self and adjacent tiles. Alright, there is friendly fire. Our job is to protect the buildings. There's like a survivor. I don't think it's marked here, but it will keep track of how many people die when the buildings are destroyed. The main thing when protecting the buildings is what powers, that's what maintains the power grid, and the power grid powers your mechs. If it reaches 0, it's game over, and you have to restart. Our mechs, however, can swim. This lady also, Bethany Jones here, also provides a shield. That's why this guy's shielded. I'm thinking 1, 2, 3, that it's him. You're knocked back. Okay, I'm thinking all we do is you move here. Acid propel him. He's going to drown. You fire your cannon here. That kills that guy, and then it's just you, and we can move you here and jump. Oh no, can't actually undo that move. I don't think there's anywhere we can maneuver this mech. Oh no, what we can do, no, that's a bad idea. You're healed. I don't understand. You're doing 1 damage. If you land on the emerging Vek area, it will block the spawn. I do want to do that, so I'm going to sacrifice the HP on... Oh, it actually killed him, because of course it does damage, not just pushes. So he's dead, everyone's dead in the turn. It's a good turn. That drowns. Some more spawning. I'm playing on normal mode. Hard mode isn't weirdly isn't that much harder, I found. There are more elite Vex, which do more as you can imagine, more HP, tend to do more damage. But I also found them to be... they still drown, and there's a lot of ways to insta-kill Vec or do a high amount of damage in a very short time. And I found that the elites, they weren't any more immune to that than the regular Vex. Alright, he's attacking the emergency batteries. Unfortunately, our brute tank, our tank mech, isn't close enough to actually interact with them at all. When you there, you shoot there, and then you can just jump, and then now kill them both. You'll take 2 damage. You'll take 1 damage from the impact, and then as the Vex get knocked into each other, they also take additional damage. You will set yourself on fire because of these this forest tile, but you're gonna have your mechs are gonna get hurt. You're gonna have to sacrifice. Oh, and you get healed too because of the passive. That's so good. And you can repair yourself. These mechs have the passive where they heal upon getting kills, but they can also just repair themselves for as their action. The acid is a status effect. There's a lot going on in a very short time. I'm trying to explain it all, so bear with me. This acid makes them take a double damage or removes their armor, because I don't have armor from this guy. And you're flying. That's really, really, really awkward. I think we can still handle this. Yeah. Alright, here's what we do. You move here. It's actually doing this time. Yeah, okay. So you move right here. You leap here. Ah, that's going to do 0 damage. Ah, that's a bad idea. I'll do that move. I think we just take damage here. I don't think I can actually stop that. Wait, you're flying. Okay. Alright. New plan. You move here. Your mechs can swim, but they cannot fire in water. But this mech is flying, so it doesn't have to worry about it. You give him the acid business. And then you move down here, and we are hitting our own building once doing this. But it's better for us to kill these enemies, get the experience, and if we can't stop them from damaging the building, then we might as well damage it ourselves. That way we get the experience. You're dead, everyone's fine, end the turn. And we took 1 damage to that fight. Victory in 1 turn, victory is over, we're victorious. The levels are pretty short, which is great. Because the enemies are spawning, it's very stressful, there's a lot going on, you have to defend them, but you only have to last 5 turns. So if you're under a lot of pressure, you can just knock enemies out of the way. You don't have to kill them, we did a good job killing them all, it's kind of the squad's specialty, it seems like. You don't have to necessarily kill them all. You can just knock them away and protect, and then, turn 5, they're all gone. So even if you're doing terribly, you can just kind of hold on. Block or maneuver their attacks to make them not drain your power grid, because this is the main thing. Completing these objectives, these little bonus objectives, that is just for reputation, which at the end of the island you'll see we can spend on upgrades. But you're just there to repel the Vec and defend the power grid. That's your main objective. Everything else is secondary to that. Of course, you want these objectives because you want to upgrade, because otherwise your game is going to get more and more difficult for you. Here's kind of a mission I was talking about. Defend artillery support. That's actually going to be an allied unit. But there's 3 different difficulties of missions. These normal 2 objective missions, these 1 objective easy missions that tend to have a good benefit, and then there's also 3 objective missions, none on this island. They tend to be a little more difficult. Let's destroy the dam and end the battle with less than 4 damage. Not be hard. Maybe, I don't know, let's find out. That would be hard considering our mechs damage themselves. I don't need to fly. You can get in there. This squad's kind of interesting because it doesn't have any artillery. Normally there's an artillery style mech. This squad doesn't have any of that, but they do have... I mean, the attack on the prime mech's kind of like artillery because he's jumping around, like long range, lobbing himself. And he can actually jump. He's being webbed by the scorpion, but he could jump out. There's nothing for him to do if I do that. Like, no reason for him to do that. Alright. So we're going to do you fly here. Knock him back, apply the acid. We want to kill this thing. I also don't want it to... Alright, here's how we're going to do this. You do how much damage? You do 2 damage, which isn't going to be enough to kill him because he's armored right now. What we can do is... move here, collect a time pod. The time pod usually contains a pilot, weapon, or power core. The power cores are used for upgrades. This is going to be problematic because you're going to be at 1 HP, which means you won't be able to shoot anything. But then you land right here. Oh, he takes 0 damage, but you're back in the fire, and he'll take fire damage. Ah, he's on fire. He still takes fire damage. Here you have attack order. This is very important to look at, especially if you're trying to get the Vegs to attack each other, which if I knocked this is the threat area. If I knocked an enemy into this area, they would attack each other. Fire damage, and then, so he's going to die before he does anything. Enter. Ooh, we could have just shot the dam and drowned them. That would have been a better idea. Because when this dam breaks, it turns all this into water. Alright, which is would not be a half terrible idea right now. But I can't do it because my destroy the dam mech is too damaged right now to fall back and repair it. There's a repair. You can just jump away from here. That knocks him away, so that attack isn't triggering. And then you are on fire. I want to move down here and knock him up, but if I do that, he'll be on fire, and I don't want him on fire. You can move here, though, block that spawn, and put him in the fire. Enter. Blocking enemy spawns is really important to prevent yourself from getting overwhelmed, but of course you have to either, if you can't knock the Vec into it, which is a huge coup, because then they lose the spawn and they take damage from it. You just have to block it yourselves. Or risk, or just try to manage a huge crowd, which isn't impossible, but this is also not very easy. Oh, we're getting a little overwhelmed. Alright. We can handle this. We can handle this just fine. You'll drown if I blow up this dam. So instead, if we move you here, knock him away from attacking that. You, with your stupid AoE bounce jump attack, can't do anything to kill this guy. We need to get this. This is a terrible weapon. This is a hydraulic legs. This is trash. Just two innocent lives around. There's very little you can do. You'll burn to death. You can knock him down. This is 0 damage because of the armor. You only take damage from being knocked around. And you can't kill the dam. It has 2 HP. Alright. Oh, you can just kill. If you not. I hate those buildings. There's a really obnoxious deployment of buildings. But if we can't stop him from hitting the building, then we should hit it ourselves to kill him. At least get some. A reward for doing so. And then you just move here and you blow up this dam. Take that back. You move here, blow up this dam. I don't want you running into the fire. There you go, he's drowned. He'll burn to death, presumably. End the turn. Yeah, he's on fire. So they lose their armor because of that. And the spawn went underwater, so there's no more spawns, just these 2. We should be able to handle them pretty easily. Yeah. Although you can't fire, cause no, you got a kill, so you're okay. Let's move you back here. Have you jump at that one to kill it. And then you move up here and you'll be able to kill that guy. And in case I mess that up, really cool. You can you get 1 reset turn per game. So if I made some horrible mistake, we can pull it right back, travel. Are we where we should be and when we should be? Yeah, because you make a little localized time breach and you travel back in time, and that's super neat. So anyway, move you there. Just repeat the turn because it's actually a good turn. And you get up here and kill it. There you go, and you go ahead and repair. Staying in the levels doesn't matter, and the missions doesn't matter, but repair yourself anyway. We killed them all with only 1 building destroyed from our stupid grasshopper mech, which I can't stop killing our own guys with. We got a time pod, open the door. Hey, Henry Kwan. Mech can move through enemy units. That's not a pilot I've had yet. It's a new pilot. And the reactor core, they're the main way of upgrading. And we can do it right now. What is 1 reactor core? +1 damage. Increase damage to self and targets by 1. So you'll be hitting yourself for 2 out of 5 HP. That's pretty brutal. We might as well put Quan on, because these guys don't have upgrades. So what's it? Mech can move through enemy units. The flying doesn't need that as much, so there you go. Congratulations, Quan. Plus 1 damage each. Plus 1 healing for 3 power. That's a lot. They probably just would be better off with health upgrades first, and then we can upgrade their damage. You only have 2 health, let's upgrade your health. Go 5 health. And now, defend the tanks? Yeah, defend the tanks. That's fun, because we get allied tanks. I like having allies. It's not... Most levels you don't get allies. I believe they start unpowered, and then they have to, the wind up. Alright, expect him to kill one of the tanks. Attack one of the tanks, yes. If we get there, you can just kill that armor. 1, 2... Push you over. Trying to think of a game, because if we can kill the passive upgrade man, which if you're ever wondering what something can do, hit left control and it gives you all the information you could want, which is really, really nice. This game just has a beautiful UI, everything's presented beautifully, and I love how clear everything. I know exactly what all the enemies are doing, I know exactly what's happening, I know exactly what my units are capable of. I can just hold down control if I'm unsure on what something does. I can just, oh, excuse me. Mouse over everything. Tooltips are clear. Ooh, undo moves, very convenient. That's so, it just beautifully and elegantly designed. If I move there, we can knock you over. That does no good to me. If you jump here, that'll knock him there, which will damage him, and then the emerging Vec will kill him. So that's a good move. I also want to kill his armor, because that actually won't happen until I kill his armor. So if I do that, what I should do instead now is actually... No, you're good, because you healed off that. Move here. Knock you over. Ah, you're attacking my friend. Should have done that. Ah, you're blocking the thing. We have enough HP to tank it. It's fine. That kills you. You're going to take 2 more damage, which is really gross. Like, use enough HP to fire your gun, which then you can just use to heal yourself. And now it's just 1 guy, which is pretty easy to deal with. I want you to push him away. That didn't do anything. I guess I don't need to reset the turn though. That was a dumb move. Didn't do anything, but I don't need to reset the turn for it. And actually, yeah, we're fine. We're fine. We'll move Henry there. Repair. And then you go ahead and jump here, and that'll kill that Scorpion and block there. End turn. Pretty solid. The game, if you're paying attention, I haven't had too much trouble with the difficulty of the game. If you're paying attention, because everything's presented to you so clearly, and it says, here's what your mechs can do, here's what the enemies can do, here's what they are doing, how do you respond? It's not, I haven't found it that difficult when I'm paying attention. I've tried playing it a little more casually and quickly, and then that's when I find I make really bad mistakes and errors and end up, in fact, performing quite poorly. That's an easy move. I jump over there. We need something to kill him. Do you guys do damage? These only knock back. These tanks only knock back. I need something to kill this Hornet. I guess we can just push the Hornet out of the way. Yeah, if we just push the Hornet out of the way, it'll be okay. I'd rather just have you repair. We have 2 more turns left. Can't kill him. Can I gas him? We can. One, two, 1, 2, 1. Alright. So that just pushes him out of the way. That does kill him. You heal off that. We have another Vex spawning then, unfortunately. If you walk back over here and then jump back over him, that pushes him out of the way and spares the tank. If you move here, that doesn't do anything. Let's move the tanks back because they are our objectives. So let's at least move them back to defend them. And here, you get a courtesy boot. And you have nothing to do, so you're sent a turn. And then even nice little confirm action with stealth maneuvers, the game will remind you. And the base gameplay here, I've really been enjoying and I really like. Although it does seem to homogenize. Like, this is a very interesting because I haven't played with this squad before, so learning the strategies and the how to use this squad. But after you master a squad, the gameplay becomes kind of homogenizes because you don't get that much variation. You have some liberty with the pilots. The pilots have some effects, and then so every mech starts mission with a shield, or her mech starts mission with a shield. So you can be a little more aggressive with Bethany piloting because it's shielded. But I mean, the general strategies tend to stay the same, and you can find new weapons, but still, it doesn't make that huge of a difference. I've had a couple runs where I found I had one where there's a mech that has an electricity, like an electric whip, and I found a spear instead. That really changed the way I played that squad. But usually, it feels like it's not that much different, whatever I'm doing at the time. You don't kill him with that. But you don't need to sit here and take this. Defect, just leap out, boom. Heal off that. You can also just kill him. And you can knock. I can't do anything I want to. Here's the last turn. It doesn't really matter, it's the last turn. I'll just show you attacking each other. It would have been better to get him up, but I can't. There's no way we can get there. It's end the turn. You have nothing to do. Actually, what we can do is we can kill him, because you get knocked into him, do 1 damage, end the turn. He's going to kill his friend, and we get the experience for that. Oh, plus 1 experience. Last one retreats, and we have another flawless victory. Give me them roars. Nom 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 nom. Defend the tanks, 2 more points. Continue. 1,000 people survived. The people just end up being kind of a score afterthought, because it's all about the power grid, but I will admit to maybe feeling a little bit bad the first time I intentionally had to sacrifice a power grid hit, like a building hit, to gain some experience or whatever, and it just ended up like killing people, and I felt a little bit bad about that. Your objective is to not kill this guy. Unfortunately, that guy's also threatening this generator. What we can do, though, pretty easily, is just jump right here in this water, splash. They're both pushed away into defending nothing. You move over here, that'll kill him. You're now blocking that, and he leveled up. You have very little to do. You knock him back, that does nothing. You knock him away, that also does nothing. You can't get anywhere. Can't end up on any spawns to block, so just do nothing. Just move here so you can get around, hopefully somewhere useful. 3 enemies, 1 which we cannot kill. Ugh. Unfortunately, this enemy also has webs. You can't move when you're webbed, as one might imagine. You can knock back a webbed enemy, though. And this doesn't otherwise do damage, so yeah, just knock him back. He'll take 1 damage off that and block the spawn. It's fine as long as he's not dead. And you... Okay, I think what we're going to do here... We don't want to die. We want Mr. Webby to die. He tends to be a bit more of a problem. So there, we'll kill him. And then it's you, and you could kill him or you could block the spawn. I'd rather block this spawn because these wasps don't tend to be too much of a threat. They do 1 damage. They don't have the CC of the scorpions. They don't have ranged attacks. There are more threatening things that can come out of here than this 1 HP hornet. He's getting very hurt though. I need him to not die. Fortunately, he grabbed onto the enemy that can just, or mech that can just jump out. Oh, this is gonna be a solid. Oh, it's gonna be a good turn. Watch this. Jump over here. Kills that wasp, that hornet. You will bounce into him, and will that kill him? You're attacking there for nothing. If you move there, that will. I mean, we don't need to risk it. You can just move here, knock him into blocking, and then you can move here and block something else and repair. Don't need to get our objective within 1 HP of getting killed before the last turn. There's no need for that. Was that an armor guy? That's an armor guy. It's alright, last turn. They have 2 attacking enemies this last turn. And in fact, we're already set up to take care of this. Gotta do is move there. Blast them. And then fly down here and push them into the water. No! Reset the turn. I forgot he's not a boss. He can't swim. Take it back. Take it back. That's what the reset turn is for. All right. Instead, what we want to do is a similar. Do it just. We can do this. We can do this. How do I do this? Do I have to kill him? There has to be a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. Killing these two is easy. But I do. I think he's just dead. I think it's volatile Vec. He's either we let the power generator go and we fail our objective, or we kill him and fail our other objective. I think if we have to choose one objective, we should choose the one that gives us the wreck, I think. Which also lets us get experience for killing him. So I guess I do just pretty much repeat that turn. Oops, too far. Don't want to crash into our own buildings. And then here, what if I just move you here? Yeah, because that does 2 damage. If I knock him there, he's into the water. Yeah, it's not really a way for us to not do this. Well, if he's going to die, Ori should do it, because Ori needs the experience. +4 experience. End the turn. You gotta just stay, whatever, be pretty. I did the wrong thing, should let the generator die. I literally just said we should not kill the Vec, because that's the more important objective, and I killed him anyway, because I have a hero complex. There's a nature reserve. The last remaining ferret species is extinct now. Because my hero complex took over, I'm like, I have to protect the generator. It's not a total loss, because we still get that power bonus, which is critical. In fact, that might have actually been a better idea, because 1 wreck is worth about 1 power. Like, you can use 1 wreck on power at the end. So maybe that was worth it. Let's go to corporate HQ. Hello, boss. So this is a rhino, a beetle leader. I believe he charges. He has a charge attack. Flaming abdomen. Charge and light every tile in the path on fire. Oh, we need this guy to die. So something like that, maybe? Appointment like that. I usually have artillery in the back, but we don't have artillery. Other than the Primex kind of artillery. Alright. Here's how we handle this. You move here. You blow up the armor guy. So that's not a concern anymore. You move down here. Push him out of the way so he doesn't harm that building. And you push Mr. Flaming Abdomen Beetle out of the way so he doesn't destroy those buildings. Although now everything's on fire. We have a lot of enemies to deal with. That's annoying. You can handle that though, don't? Okay. What are you shooting at? You're shooting at these buildings. Unacceptable. We can knock him into the water. Alright. Here's what we do this turn. I think. Yes, I know. Oh, I can't. Dude, this AoE. Oh, it's obnoxious. Now I'm constantly hitting my own buildings. I guess we just jump into the fire. So he's dead. We're on fire now. You can then move here. Knock this guy into the water. And then you move back here and hit him for 2, but then you also set yourself on fire, but it's fine because, yeah, it's fine. Take some fire damage, we just have to deal with it. Remember, we only have to get to the end of the fight. Getting the objectives is great. Protecting the corporate tower isn't that bad. The more challenging one's killing the leader because he has so much HP. There's a lot of fire. Like, way too much fire around for us to deal with. Okay, I want you there, and then you just jump right here. There, you're on fire, you're gonna charge into the wall, you're gonna block that. You shoot, you'll take 1 damage, take 1 damage fire, you'll heal. So that's fine if you just shoot him, you push him into the water. kill that guy, get the self-repair off the nano machines, and looks like another successful turn. A lot of fire. It's a very, very hot map. Because of this boss, of course. Now, last turn, 3 enemies left. That one just made a terrible mistake, and I think we're alright. Oh, are we okay, though? You do 1 damage to yourself, you'll heal if you kill this guy. Move here. Blast him. He's dead. You heal off that, so the fire won't kill you. You can blast him to the water. Do I even want to do that? Yes. No. Yes. Yes. What else would I do? I can't kill them all. I don't think... There's no way. Yeah, this guy with 3 HP. The only way I would be able to live is if I could hit him with the acid. I haven't hit him with the strong... Oh, even if I hit him with the leap, it wouldn't do anything. Yeah, just push him into the water. It looks like this last enemy gets away with it. Just jump off into the corner. Oh no! Oh no! Reset the turn! Take that back, you hurt yourself. Forgot you hurt yourself even if you don't do anything. You're gonna take 2 damage. Alright, so reset the turn. Knock him into the water. You just repair yourself. That takes care of the fire and heals you. You're gonna take 1 damage and that's fine. Alright, now we're okay to end the turn. Thank goodness for the reset turn button. So even if you aren't paying attention, you get a little bit of leeway in making mistakes like that because of the reset turn ability. Region secured. If that boundary is destroyed, no new highs should appear on the island. You have saved us. Region secured. Now here's where we're going to spend this reputation. We can use it on new weapons, supplies, or we can also sell our, if we find any pilots. So we have an extra pilot here, probably just sell our, bam, get out of there. Your pilots die if your mech goes down. But I'm confident we're going to be able to save that. Next game bonus move, they start their turn next adjacent to each other. This one's good because it's free. It's not. It doesn't cost power. Power or reactor cores will give you power, and they're very expensive, as you can see. Here's that spear I was talking about, which might be good. That means we don't have to jump around all the place. It does take 2 power to use them. Critical shield. The power grid is reduced to 1. All buildings gain a shield. That might be good for the final mission when we could be in a desperate situation in which to defend the power grid. Smoke pellets. Surround yourself with smoke to defend against nearby enemies. That could be very good on this ship. Default is free. So I'll take that because it's free, so we can go here. Oh, you have to get rid of this. This is fine, because you can get rid of that. Place that. And then we can just put this somewhere else. We can put this on here. Install. Spend reputation. We need to buy a power core for that. Install. Boom. Powered. Healing nanobots is available. No longer apply smoke on self or allies. It's good for not having it affect allies, but it seems a little niche versus just 2 uses. It could give us a lot of smoke, could be very good. Or just additional health so you don't kill yourself. You don't kill yourself? Yeah, you're unlikely to be in that much threat, especially with the bonus smoke uses. Try that. So in rotation we have 3 more, probably just an upgrade. I could get this spear, but I don't have enough power for it. We could also just upgrade our reactor. If you get overcapped on power, it actually upgrades your defense, and this is a dice roll when you take damage that might actually negate that damage. It's like the only dice roll in the game is if you're forced to take power damage, if you're forced to lose some power grid and take casualties, you might be forgiven, and you might be able to, it might be blocked. Let's just take that extra power core. We can throw that on here for bonus damage. I think I'll 5. Oh, they both have 5 HP. You know what? Not even bonus damage. Boom, bonus health. And then we can get bonus damage now that their HP is high. 7, 5. Your HP is still a little low. And then we leave the island. 1 island down, and then we repeat. You can go, so that's 1 island. You can do 2 to 4 islands before the final mission appears. So the final mission will appear after we do our 2nd island. We can then go do the final mission or finish all 4 islands. And the final mission scales depending on how many islands you've done, so there's not a strict reward. It's not like a strict better way or easier way to do it. It's just really what your objective is and how far you're trying to get, how long you have to play the run. You do to get different medals for each victory, number of islands victory. So I suppose, whichever kind of medal you're pursuing is how many islands you'll be playing. And these achievements, you do get money out of them for unlocking other squads, but most of them are pretty easy. These ones seem, And like finish 4 islands without a mech being destroyed at the end of battle isn't too bad, honestly. Heal 10 mech health. Now that we have a lot of mechs, if we do 4 islands, we could probably do these 2. Healing and Immortal. This one seems a little more niche. Most of the achievements seem like that. There's a couple that are kind of easy to do, and the one's a little bit trickier. But you don't have to survive to get the achievement. You don't have to win to get the achievement. There's some where I totally just went in, did one mission, focused entirely on getting the achievement, got it, and then quit. So I mean, that felt a little weird to me. But you just do that to get more squads, and then there you go. You repeat that to the final mission. Same way, each of the islands have their own things, so the theme of the one we did was old world technology, and so the mission with the tanks, there also be missions with airstrikes, and there's that the tidal waves coming in. Here, RST, there's dust, and there's dust, terraformers are in here as well, snow and ice, and here's a bunch of poison, there's a lot of poison and acid around. Until you get to the final levels like a volcano. That's real good. And that was, we're not going to play the whole thing. That'll be it for today for showing off the gameplay of Into the Breach. I really enjoyed it. I liked FTL. I didn't love FTL as much as most people. I'm not saying I didn't like it, but there's some people that like fanatics. I didn't get fanatical, but I liked FTL. And I really enjoyed Into the Breach. My biggest concerns are that, I'm just going to ban this run. Abandon timeline. Go back in time. And when you lose a timeline, or win actually, you can just grab a pilot, whatever pilot you want, and then they come with you to the next one. So you have these squads, and you unlock the new squads. The squads, like I said, they become kind of homogenous through run. Like you have a particular strategy for how these mechs play together and how they use their weapons together. And then even if you do get some additional weapons and pilots, it only changes it a little bit. So the runs kind of become kind of samey. And also the meta progression, I find that interesting because you get rewarded for getting the victories and doing the achievements. The achievements kind of bleh. They're really easy or really obnoxious. And victories, of course, is fun to play the game and win. But then that's not like, I didn't find that particularly compelling way to progress. And you get the pilots, but then the pilots also, yeah, most of them just stop playing. They're not hard to find, but you also can't hunt them out. You would just unlock them for the pods, and from rewards, if you have a flawless island, you can choose a pilot. So you can't really seek out these guys. You're missing some. You just have to kind of hope they show up per chance, which not a big fan of if I'm a completionist. And if you are a completionist and you do want to complete all this stuff, well, then you probably can get more time out of it than I am. I've gotten what I want out of the game, so I played it. I know what it's about. It's fun. Like, maybe I want to see what these behemoths are, the flame guys, which I'm surprised are the last one I've unlocked. Because, I mean, that sounds dope. They have a bunch of fire. I'm pretty much done with the game. Random squads probably where you get a lot of fun out of this. And custom squads, you can do a lot of silly things. I probably will play it a little bit more, but I'm about 20 hours. Like, just shy of 20 hours, so I'm pretty much satisfied with the game. So if you're, if you want like a 500-hour Binding of Isaac style epic roguelike experience, this might not be up your alley. Just because I don't think there's like that much there to support that, but a lot of people, I mean, people play some titles for like 1,000+ hours, and that's not who I am. So if you're a person that really wants to commit hard into one title for like a third of your life, I don't know. Where our brains work on different wavelengths, I'm not sure what compels you to do that. This may not be the game for that though, and that's a big concern. If you're really looking for like 100+ hour indie roguelike experience, Into the Breach might fall a little bit short. But I think it's beautifully designed, elegantly designed, gorgeous, crisp, clear, and it just feels so good because it's all about it's very clearly presents to the player, this is what's happening, here's what you have to do, here are the tools you have to stop it, have fun, like enjoy. If you mess up, you can restart, you can reset the turn, undo the move. You can't abuse it, but it's there. As long as you're paying attention, you can handle it, and it just feels really good to play. It's very rewarding. So Into the Breach, check it out on Steam. What did I say, $15, released 27th. Thanks for watching. Leave a like, share the video, all that. You guys know the deal. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.